Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach who helps sensitive, self-reflective souls choose maximum growth and integrate high vibration, positive energy. So, I have an intuitive message for you today about your journey. So let's get started. Okay, guides are saying right to left with the swords. This is an inside-outside reading, so we're going to look at the inner world and the outer world. Goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Oh, where do we even start? Okay, let me check it. Okay, interesting. They want me to start with the Princess of Swords. Okay, this Princess of Swords is coming across as a bit of a critical energy, an energy that probably a person, but it is a critical energy that is observing what has been going on with you, observing the strength that has been building, and is really not sure what to do with it. The sword is a bit neutralized. It's pointing down rather than pointing up, and she's not active with it. It's kind of like they're just, either they don't get you or they're trying to figure you out. Why is that relevant? You know, on one hand, it's relevant because you simply don't care. You simply don't care about it. That energy is just not as powerful as you are. But I believe that it has the potential to knock you off, to kind of get you a little off balance. This Princess of Swords energy doesn't know as much as it thinks it knows. It's She likes to change her mind. She's really not a reliable energy, but at the same time, she thinks she knows enough to really get what's going on with you. And as you can see, these colors are not blending between her and the two on the inside. She really doesn't get what's going on. Okay, I'm going to put her down for a second. I'm going to go over to the Tower, because the Tower is showing a big change in the outside world. And I believe I'd like to clarify the Tower. Okay, so 2 from the bottom, 5 of Wands, 2 of Cups. So we've got some kind of conflict and shaking up going in external relationships, relationships outside of you. Dynamics, possibly power dynamics shifting, inequalities coming to light and really struggling with each other. So we've got light coming out here, that lightning, the light bursting out of the Tower, the truth being revealed. And it's all about relationships. It's all about the relationships on the outside. So this is starting to really take shape here. The Princess of Swords is looking at you, trying to figure out what's going on, because you have something more stable happening. And there's something about the two of these coming together, the emotions stabilizing, the emotions finding a place to be grounded, that allows you to weather this change. It's kind of like you're the only one, or possibly the only 2 left standing, and everyone's looking at you going, how did you handle that? How did you get that done? Now we're looking at the inside now, the Lord and the Princess of Cups. The Lord is a supportive energy in this case. In other cases, he feels like he might want to shut down this Princess of Cups, but right now he feels supportive. It's almost like these cloaks are kind of connecting, how he's reaching out, sensing through that red, through that groundedness. There is a sense that you are so rooted and grounded in who you are, and that there's kind of no shaking you. You've come to this place of I want to say a kind of a rock solid clarity. Is clarity the right word? Yeah, okay. So there's a rock solid clarity to you. And there's an imperviousness. He's wearing armor. When people come at you, you're kind of like, what? It doesn't even bother you. These things that are potentially antagonizing don't bother you. I'm going to give you an aside because he just came in my head. I used to know this dog called Pono, and he was huge. His owners, or the people that bred him, couldn't give him away because he was oversized. So all of his siblings got sold because he's pedigree, but they couldn't give him away because he was just enormous. And he was also kind of impossible to train because if you squirt water in his face, he just looks at you like, huh? It just didn't faze him. It didn't bother him because he was so tough, so strong. And that's the kind of feeling that I feel with this Lord card. There's just a toughness, a strongness that you're like, yeah, not budging. That's really not worth my time. Now, I'm interested in this Princess of Pentacles Princess of Cups, because what's interesting, Sagittarius, is that this strength actually comes from your own emotional vulnerability with yourself. So you would not have this, if you didn't have the water in this picture, this strength would be very brittle because it would be easily broken. But because there's such a flow, a connection between the inner emotional world and you, because I do see you as this Lord energy in this reading, because there's a deep connection there, that's what really gives you the strength. That connection to the emotion, that connection to the intuition. We've got antlers on this guy as well for our intuition. That is what gives you the poise and the strength and the ability to know what to mess with, what to step away from, and when to say something. Discernment, in a word. But it's very important to realize that your strength doesn't come from strength alone. It comes from the connection to the water. It comes from this ability and willingness to listen to your feelings, to listen to your emotions, to be in touch with what's going on the inside and never shutting it down. The Lord is this protector energy. And what does the Lord? He protects. He's not trying to cleave his way through anything or force his will on anyone. Not in this deck, at least. He's really there to support and protect. And I want to say that it's really great that you're connected and listening to your emotions. That's so important. But the princess also can become a queen. And the queen gives you an even deeper power, an even deeper insight into yourself and what's going on with others. And when you nurture her enough, and when she becomes stronger, then she transforms into the queen. And I'm not going to go looking for it because that might take me 10 minutes. But in this deck, the Queen's card is filled with greens and it's filled with these soft yellows. And so you will see that the foundation would be connected. The green would be on this card, and then if this were the Queen, the green would be here as well. So there would be an even stronger heart connection. This is the start of that foundation being built, the red, that root chakra. But we would have an even stronger connection once that Queen is in place. So keep going. The outside is a little bit shaky right now with the Tower and the Princess. I don't want you pulled off by either of these two things, because we've got some kind of shock and then we've got some kind of needling energy or disbelief at how are they handling the shock so well. Stay connected on the inside. Stay inside. That is the best and biggest thing you can do for yourself. If you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, I encourage you to also check out the Aquarius reading. It's very different, but it's kind of similar in that the attention goes to the inside, and the themes of red and green as colors are also very prevalent there. So I would check that out if you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart. So Thank you, Sagittarius, for sharing your time and your energy with me. I am currently offering one-on-one intuitive readings as well as coaching sessions. And so I invite you to check out soulguidancewithadriana.com. There's a link in the description below if that's something you're interested in. And I look forward to seeing you next time.